Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be going into part 10 of What If Goku Never Stopped Training. If you haven't seen part 9, there's a title card where you can go and check out and see what happened in the last part, but we'll be going into the Granola arc. How do y'all think the events will play out, especially since there are more Saiyans in this timeline? Would our strongest fighters be able to beat the likes of Gas without the arrival of Black Frieza? Also, I own a Discord server for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe get out some ideas of your own what ifs, and maybe in the future I could do them. Check in the link in the description below. Without further ado, let's dive right into part 10 of What If Goku Never Stopped Training. The story starts off as normal, with Granola carrying a mission and collecting the leftover destroyed Android 7-3. As we see a flashback of Saiyans destroying Granola's home planet. We would go back to the trio Saiyans as they are training on Beerus' planet. Goku continues trying to develop his own style of Ultra Instinct. Meanwhile, with Vegeta, he has been having trouble trying to tap back into the power, but is still struggling to do so. As he looks over to see Broly training under Beerus, as he is too obtaining a new form. And Vegeta kind of feels left out. He then gets another god in mind and would quickly ask Whis to teleport him somewhere else. With Granola, he returns the body of Android 7-3 to the heaters. Granola's whole conversation with the leader Elec doesn't ever happen, with the fact that in this timeline Frieza is never resurrected. Elec still plans on trying to take out Granola, but has to find out a different way to do so. So his plan, to meet with Zuno, the man with the most knowledge in Universe 7. Goku and Broly would end up continuing their training with their respective mentors, but also wonders where Vegeta went, with Whis saying that he was told not to say. Also with Broly, he is having an easier time with learning the works of using destruction, since he was used to having a power beyond control that could only lead to destruction, and quickly gets used to the power more and more. With the heaters, they learned about the events of the Moro arc and about the Dragon Balls and how the Namekians were the ones who created them. With Granola, he has to talk with the Namekian that he lives with, Monaito, and their conversation would end up being a normal one, rather than the one they had back in canon, where Granola talked about Frieza being alive and how he wants revenge for his people and wants to be strong enough to take him down. As it also revealed that Monaito has created his own sets of Dragon Balls, with it being 2 rather than the normal 7 that we are used to, but he kind of lost one of the 2 for around 40 years at this point. Later that day, Granola is watching his space TV, and he sees the other Dragon Ball and would decide to steal it, but rather than using it to wish it to be the strongest in the universe, he would keep it hidden, as for maybe one day he would need to grant a wish in the future, but also currently he has no true motive of wanting to be the strongest right now. Which also means Granola wouldn't threaten the heaters about wanting Frieza's location, but even without that happening, I still see Elec want to get rid of Granola before he becomes too strong, and then makes a plan to bring the Saiyans to deal with him like in canon. Maki and Oi will go to Zuno and ask him some questions, while Gaz and Elec would stay on Serial. Later on, Bulma would still notify Whis about Maki and Oil, saying that they needed the trio of the Saiyans to fight off a villain, which Goku and Broly don't refuse, but Whis notifies that Vegeta is currently elsewhere dealing with some business, but is sure that the other 2 can handle it. Maki would contact Granola and let him know that they have the 2 Saiyans heading over to the planet Serial, and sprinkles a lie about them being Frieza soldiers, and this now gives the motivation of wanting his revenge and using the Dragon Balls to make his wish on being the strongest in the universe. Now with this happening, now the heaters are a bit behind, since Elec is not too sure about there being Dragon Balls on planet Serial, which plays a major part later on. 18 days later, once they arrive on planet Serial, and not soon after, their fight would begin. Granola would try to shoot from afar at Broly and Goku. Broly powers up, meanwhile Goku manages to dodge the attacks and not suffer from a blow. Goku here is much more used to the technique of Ultra Instinct, so he is more learning of his own style of Ultra Instinct. Goku would then begin to fight against Granola on a one-on-one, and Goku would transform into his Mystic state. Granola cannot manage to get a blow on him, as he keeps missing his vital points. In the manga, it states that the stronger the form Goku uses, the better the Ultra Instinct he has control over. And since Goku has Mystic, which would practically combine the power of all his form into one, he has great use of Ultra Instinct right now. They do a little talk, and Goku learns that Granola wants to kill Goku to pay off the crime of the Saiyans on what they did to his race. Without Vegeta, Goku wouldn't know why Granola hates them so much, and not really know about the history of the Cerealians and the Saiyans, but that fight would continue on. Currently, it is on a stalemate, with Goku being able to dodge Granola's attack, but it isn't able to have a chance to fight back. He knows this time is wasting up, so Goku goes into his Master Ultra Instinct to fight off Granola, and it shows how one-sided it is. Granola doesn't back down and keeps fighting him longer, until he sees that Goku cannot hold the form forever, and he waits till he powers down. Granola reveals that he was fighting a clone, and quickly manages to get a first blow on Goku when he is caught off guard. But before he could finish him off, Broly steps in. Their fight begins with Broly in his perfected legendary Super Saiyan form, and Granola manages to get blow after blow on Broly, but he doesn't stay down, and he keeps getting up after every attack, which puts Granola off as he spits out how he should be the strongest after his wish. Broly smirks, saying that it shouldn't be the case for long, since his power makes him grow stronger without limit. He powers down, and a big smile grows on Broly, saying to Granola that he is no longer the strongest in the universe, when Broly powers up into his Ultra Ego form, which in my thought would make Broly the strongest being without a doubt. And with not only growing stronger the more he fights, but now that this form managed to make all the damage the person takes and turns into more power, which makes Broly just insanely broken and possibly limitless strength. The fight goes on with Broly having the edge for the longest as he begins to let loose once again like he used to. Granola does major damage to Broly, but it just makes him stronger and stronger. But Broly isn't the only one growing stronger, as Granola is as well. Their fight goes on and on, with surprisingly the planet is holding out for this battle. Tide soon changes once Granola's left eye turns red as he begins to dominate in the battle with Broly and is able to cause major damage to Broly, and at this point the damage Broly has taken is starting to take a toll on his body since he grew a bit too cocky with his power. Broly loses the form of Granola prepares to end him, but Goku saves Broly and then they try to work together to face off Granola. Goku in his mystic form and Broly in his perfected legendary Super Saiyan form, they fight him off and they manage together after telling Broly how to counter his precise attacks against them. The fight goes on for a little bit until Monito arrives to tell the truth of Granola's past and how Bardock spared him and his mother, and how his mother actually died by the Heaters. The tide turns again with now the three fighters being on the same side and wanting to take down the Heaters. The Heaters are a bit worried with all three of them all heading their way, as when they arrive they met with all four of them. Granola wants to kill Elec for what he did to his mother, but before he gets the chance, Elec removes the head decoration on Gas's head and it makes him more powerful. Now the three of them begin to fight against Gas. They're having trouble since they're all weakened since they fought each other, and not any of them brought senzu beans, because in the manga it was Vegeta who had the senzu beans, and I would see that Goku and Broly would probably forget about them. With even all three of them having trouble to fight off one opponent, this doesn't give them time for Minato to heal them, and even if he couldn't heal them all the way. Goku would try to strike Gas, and this would make Gas freeze as he remembered how he was humiliated by Bardock many years ago, as Goku reminds him of Bardock, but once he does so, Gas manages to regain control, and with Gas being able to control his berserk form, he is stronger than ever. Goku then gets an idea and asks Broly for his energy as he alone goes to Gas. He taunts him and sees if he could follow him as they both teleport planet to planet until they arrive at Beerus' planet, and Goku quickly teleports in reverse to planet Cereal. Once Goku arrives back, he sees Minato trying to heal up Granola and Broly, and Whis tells him that they have 20 minutes until Gas arrives. The story goes on with Minato giving Goku Bardock's scouter to see how he defeated Gas, and once he heard Bardock's voice, he regained his memories from before he was sent to Earth. This gives Goku revelation and his Saiyan pride as he figures out what he's been missing. Kinda sucks for Vegeta isn't here, because as he too gets good character development during this, but you know, well. Minato would heal both Goku and Broly up, still not to the full extent, but Gas would arrive and their fight would continue. Working together and being healed up a bit, their fight continues, but this still isn't fully enough to take on Gas. Broly tries to go Ultra Ego as he gains the edge, but it doesn't last long as his body is almost completely overused. But then Goku jumps in with being in his Sign form since he doesn't have enough to go into his Mastered Ultra Instinct state, but he still looks confident, and this worries Gas a bit, and he cannot stop thinking about Bardock. The fight goes on with each being more or less on equal ground, but Goku's body is being worn out until Granola strikes Gas at a vital point, and this gives Goku a chance to attack Gas, and together they are having a fair chance at fighting him. Gas sees Monito healing Broly and shoots a beam at Monito, which distracts Granola, and this gives Gas the chance to knock both Goku and Granola. With all hope seem lost, Gas prepares to kill Goku until he is stopped by an immense force on his hand, and it is shown as to be Vegeta, but his hair is all white and his eyes red. This is Beast Vegeta. When Vegeta left, he went to the Supreme Kai and asked him to learn the Mystic Transformation in order to try to catch up with the other two Saiyans. But once he achieved the form, he did not feel any stronger, and this angered him as it did hurt his pride with all the rage built inside of feeling sidelined for the last two major events. This gave him the extra boost as he achieved the Beast Transformation, and once he did, he felt the immense power. He also asked for a quick rundown on instant transmission and started heading towards planet Cereal once he talked to Whis. Now with this newfound power, Vegeta actually manages to beat Gas without much problem and ends the Heaters. He does boast about this power and how he saved both Goku and Broly from death. Whis arrives wanting to take the Saiyans back and also healing Monito. They ask Granola if they wanted to join, but he declines as they head off, with Goku being impressed with Vegeta's newfound power. And that's where we're going to be ending it off. Tell me how y'all think about this part and how I did with the Granola arc. How do you think the final part would play out with Gohan and the others? How do you like Vegeta achieving the Beast form for his own path to power? What do y'all think? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.